I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. Why am I doing this? Hello, welcome to ShadowStar. I'm Ri'shad, the main person behind ShadowStar. It's a pleasure to meet you. If I seem really out of sorts today, that is because I've taken the autistic mask off. So welcome to the Star Trek Online completely unfiltered and blatantly honest review. Why? Well, because I need to refocus myself. After some serious negativity on social media and Star Trek Online that actually forced me or convinced my brain to just take a break because I was having enough of this cred, I stepped away, but now I'm coming back. Why? Because I absolutely adore the game. So I'll probably give something away right now. But here's the thing, okay? Look. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you ever see me talking, you'll notice that I can be very negative in persona. This is because negativity comes first for me in memory and everything. I always see the bad before the good. This is just my unhealthy addiction. Hello. So I'm even going to structure this review that way. We're going to start off with the negatives and then move on to the positives. Star Trek Online team, you might want to listen in on this one because it will be funny. This is praise for you. And a little bit of negativity, but praise for you. Cryptic team, this is definitely negativity towards you. Bug you. Why do I separate Cryptic and STO team? Well, you're going to hear shortly. Okay, let's focus in here. You know, it's funny because recent social media comment was what actually straight up made me go, do you know, I sod this. Because if there's one thing I'm bad at, it's not attacking myself. I'm always attacking myself. I'm always threatening myself. We'll start with the negatives for STO and we're going to go into the positives. So, first negative, nice and simple, the bugs. Hell, recently they got so bad he actually game broke. But hey, there are bugs in this game that have been around since I started playing. I'll give you a clarification on that. Romulan expansion was rather new. Actually, no, I started playing before the Romulan expansion because I remember reading up on that before it came to be. Yes. I didn't get that expansion, but I was already spending money on the game at that time because the game had already become extremely important to me. The first expansion I bought was the Delta one. How have I remember that? Tier 6 Intel ships. Nice. Hello. Funny thing about those bugs, well, although you may have ones that are persisting since when I started playing, you know, with all the Ilachi missions, I think every single one of them is bugged. You've got keybind bugs that have been going on. But hey, talk to the support team and they'll tell you the quick fix. More on the support team in a bit. STO team, you are awesome. Here's the funny thing. You tell me a game that doesn't have a bug in it. No, actually, we'll do better than that. Hi EA, hi Ubisoft, hi Bethesda. God, you're bad. Yeah, those ones make Cryptic and Star Trek Online team look like saints when it comes to bugs, don't they? My damn word. Do they even test their games? I've heard that said about Star Trek Online, but you could actually say that about Elder Scrolls. What game doesn't have bugs? It may be a negative that Star Trek Online has bugs. But to be totally honest, as long as you don't break the game, oops, who gives a damn? Also, if you break the game and fix the game, who gives a damn? I don't care. I don't care that the game's been down the last few days. Honest answer to that one is, did you not see Cryptic's reaction? Oh, not Cryptic, the Star Trek Online team's reaction. If you say Cryptic, technically that's wrong. I don't really think they cared. Okay, of course they cared. It's how they get the money. Speaking of, second negativity. Yes, I phrased it this way. Yes, some of you are going to turn around and go, they don't make you spend on it. I'll explain in a bit. Here's a little funny thing for you. Blatant cash grabs is still blatant cash grabs. Cryptic. Hate you for that. Why the hell does everything have to be so blatant? Hell, even Mud's Market is named after a con artist. It's kind of like, you know what you're doing. Let's see. New ships introduced in Star Trek shows. We know the players are going to want those ships, so let's make sure they are in the most expensive location. Ooh, historically relevant hero ships. Really important ships. Let's put those in expensive locations. Happily, the pricing of those have got a little bit better in more recent years. Bundles are still nuts. And what is it with adding stupid crap to a bundle to try and make it seem like it's worth more? It doesn't help. It makes it worse. Here's the thing. When I started playing, you could get 12 ships. I think this was the 3rd year when I started playing. 12 ships for 120 quid. That was the Temple expansion, if I'm recalling correctly. You had the Gamma expansion. That was a damn good one. Yeah, Delta expansion, that was 10 ships, I think. Might have been 8. I'm losing track of myself here. These bundles, they were not expensive. They were great. I loved them. Instant. The moment I saw them, I was like, yeah, I'm getting. That's worth it. That's worth it. You grab it. I love Zen Store. When everything was coming out in the Zen Store, well and truly support that. I love Lobby ships. I was happy to spend money trying to get the Lobby to get those. But then the lockbox ships became the most prevalent thing, and I felt that negative wave come over. Because it was too blatant. Too obvious what you're doing. Star Trek Online team put so much love into this game, and the Cryptic team come along and go, slap it with a massive number. Now, positive side of that, if you know the game well enough, so newbies, listen carefully. If you know the game well enough, you know ways around that blatant cash grab. Ways to farm dilithium. Yeah, Lord have mercy if you have the time. Some people that work hours like me, do not have the time to farm that dilithium. But there are still ways. You can spend a small amount of money in the game at the right times, purchase the right things from the Zen Store, sell it in the exchange, and you'll get your EC. With the EC that you get, you can get a hold of the ship that you desire. And that is the only way I have found around Cryptic's behaviour. But from this point on, we go into positives. I hope you hear that. Positives. Yes! Because Star Trek Online is goddamn amazing. The Star Trek Online team, the passion and the love for Star Trek that they have shows in this game. Hell, I'm pretty sure there are individuals that aren't actually Star Trek fans working in the Star Trek Online team, and somehow the energy from the others are coming across, or energy from the fan base is coming across, and they're delivering a passion. The example is on screen right damn now. It's beautiful. My word. Do you know why I spend ridiculous amounts? I'll be honest with you, I do spend an absolutely ridiculous amount on this game. I worked it out recently. Over a year, I'm spending 4-figure numbers on this game. Now, it's not ridiculously high, it's not like 8,000 a year. It's over 1. It's slightly over 2. And I've been doing that for at least 7 years. Why? Let me clarify this for you. I'm autistic with depression, anxiety, ADHD, and Cryptic has pushed forward, and Star Trek Online's team has created probably the best game, in my personal case, to help me control myself. How to explain it? This is my break game, my control game. Star Trek Online has achieved something that a lot of games don't achieve. Yeah, I get immersed. Yeah, I can get lost in them. But this game takes every ounce of my personality and focuses it Do you know how hard that is for an ADHD individual to do? Even when we're fanatically happy with something, playing with our Kinects, making little bits, got our Lego models out, having some fun there, drawing a new piece of art that we've gone fanatic into, learning how to play the guitar. There's always a splinter of our personality and our mind going off somewhere, but this game manages to get all of me. Because right now, I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking the music sounds great, the texture of the ship looks amazing. What is that new detail gribbling? Actually, no. Stop. I just noticed something new. Star Trek Online is always going to hold something special with me. And I'm terrified of losing the game. A recent joke post was put up where basically some individual thought it would be funny to say the game would be going away in August, I think it was. I didn't read the full post, I wasn't able to. I had health issues as a result of reading the post. I spend as much as I do on this game because I'm afraid to lose it. Now I know me as one individual does not make a big impact to the takings of Star Trek Online. Hell, I'm a minuscule percentage, a tiny percentage of its earning. I doubt I even classify 0.01%. But in my mind, every bit helps to keep this game alive. So I spend what I can spend, even the bits I can't afford to spend, because I don't want to lose this game. Ever. I know it's going to eventually happen, but this game holds something special. From the multitude, and I'm hoping I'm showing them right now, the multitude of different environments, ships, the absolute beauty of this game. People complain that all the missions are just fight, 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 go here, blast that, go there, blast that. There aren't enough puzzle solving missions. I would somewhat agree, because the Federation is not all about blast the hell out of everything. Hell, if you want to play blast the hell out of everything, play Klingon. But I don't see the missions as just blast the hell out of everything. I see the missions as you've just walked down to this environment. It's time to take down Kharkiv. We're going to get revenge for what he's done to the Romulan people. You've just beamed in as the captain. You're all on your own. Turn around a second. Just look at that environment behind you. Because that, considering no one really looks at it, they've added enough extra detail back there. Whew! The Jem'Hadar environments, when you're doing the Dominion missions. All the recent missions have taken it to a new level, but go back. The Voth environments, the Dyson environments. I don't give a damn about the shadow glitching. The Dyson sphere is one of my favourite environments to be in. Because there's so much detail put into it to give it life. It feels alive. When you're in that terrain and that damn Tyrannosaurus is walking up and you're like, I'm going to eat ya. I'm there like, whoa, shut up, Dino. I'm too busy looking at the structure over here. Oh, it looks so relaxing to just watch. And they've always got music that fits with the environment. Mind you, that's quite easy with Star Trek. Just put Star Trek music into it. And then you get on to extra detailing. I've got this ship on screen. Hopefully I've been blinking through different ships. The detailing they put in. They acknowledged that when they first started the game, detailing wasn't great. And they've gone through recently and they've gone, right, let's fix this, let's fix that, let's fix this, let's fix that. Let's make it more screen accurate. They don't just fix, but they expand. Now, sometimes they don't get the expanding correct. Sometimes it looks and you look at it like, that doesn't feel comfortable. But that's normally a Paramount thing. Paramount does that 90% of the time. Just look at a certain sets of the universe and you're like, what the hell is going on? You forgot Star Trek lore. Hang on, no, you physically can't do that. Or that's already been explained. Why are you now trying to re-explain? What the? But Star Trek Online takes the opposite. Star Trek Online seldom gets the lore wrong. It does sometimes, but you can tell they've done the research in the Star Trek lore. Even with the ships, when they evolve a ship, it works for some reason. I'm not a fan of their next generations of Galaxy classes. I'll be honest with that. I don't like the longer neck. That sweeps down the entirety of the engineering hull. But I have to admit, it makes sense. And at least one follows into the other. The evolutions of the Sovereign they created follow into the other. The evolutions of the Excelsior into the Resolute. It works. I might not be a fan of the Resolute's look, but it works. This, the Baran class, an evolution of the Cadenzas class, and it works! They respect the lore. They respect the difference between a next generation of class and a refit. Yeah, we've heard that mistake made recently in Star Trek Picard. They call the new Titan a refit. It's not a damn refit. Let's get Star Trek Online to do a refit, shall we? Enter the Titan class. That one could be classified as a refit. Cryptic is just next level when it comes to respecting the lore of Star Trek Online. Respecting the lore of Star Trek. Star Trek Online's team is next level. Can you see where some of my furiousness comes from? It's very hard for my brain to separate the Star Trek Online team and Cryptic itself. Because Cryptic are the people controlling the team, but the team are the ones that produce the game. It's the Star Trek Online team, and here's the really big thing. The Star Trek Online team deserve immense levels of praise. From the support level that they have, who have never failed to sort out an issue that I've posted to them quickly and efficiently, to the point that I'm a little bit too comfortable with it, and sometimes I straight up forget to check back, like check what their response is. If I've sent through a report, I forget to check what they've responded to it with, purely because my brain's already clicked off, yeah, it's going to get sorted. Or if it's not going to get sorted, then they will have a quick fix answer that will actually help. STO's support team is amazing. STO's art department need next level praise too, because I doubt they're being paid enough. That's half the thing that makes me not want to spend as much, is because I feel like the money's probably going more to the accountants or Cryptic than to the Star Trek Online team that deserve it. Well, I'll tell you this now. Star Trek Online's art team are amazing. And the artists they've got in to help them out. E.C. Henry, for example. They don't just select an artist and go, well, he's done this design, let's go for it. You can tell they've spoken with the artist. They've worked with the artist closely. At least I hope so. And they've come up with a ship together that looks absolutely amazing. The Da Vinci, for example. Oh my god, I love the Da Vinci. And the Equinox! That was another beauty. The Gargarin class is an absolute stunner. When they get an artist in to design the ships, there is a lot of care and attention that I absolutely adore. It's why when I do reviews, stats reviews is not... I focus on stats reviews because I know that's what the players want to hear. But it's the visual side of things that I really love. I don't give a damn about stats in the game. I know there are players that are going to think I'm sacrilege right now. But the stats of a ship don't really mean crowd to me. The look of the ship is everything. And as the next thing. You can't blame a game for its players. Now, Star Trek Online definitely has some negative players. The DPS elitists that will walk in and go, you must be using this build. You must be playing it this way. If you don't understand this ship, then you shouldn't have it. And then you have the DPS elitists like I've known from GXA. I'll give you a great example of one. Oggy. He'll come in and go, this is what you want to be doing. This is how you achieve these numbers. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You're going to be slacking behind, but you're fine. You have the negative side of the players, and they're very few and far between. And then you have people like Oggy, like Grumpy Old and Old, like Stu 1701, like Stu Part 2. I did not do that, I'm sorry. Like Neojet. You have these amazing players that will come in and go, hi, my name is Dark Wolf. I've noticed that you've got a slight weakness here. Would you like some help, or are you happy the way you are? And they will just accept your answer. They are an absolute amazing group that made me realise one of the most important things about Star Trek Online. Probably why it's so important to me. Somehow the Star Trek Online team have ended up creating a community of human beings that I, as a misanthrope, actually like. I like the community. It's genuinely a majority of nice, like-minded, considerate people made up of all types. You have the space Barbie nuts, the ground Barbie nuts, the people that want to play support. I know, it's a small community, that one, but we're there. Hello. The tanks, the DPSs, and we all get along. It's not like in other MMOs and in other games where the DPSs spit on the tanks because it's like, yeah, you're pathetic. And everyone's spitting on the support player, not realising that white mage is the only thing keeping you a damn live. Not in this game, maybe, but... No, in this game, you can take on any role you want. You can literally... And I've seen this happen. You can fly an elite run of, say, infected with your novice level build, and the other players are going to go, okay, we understand, we got your back. The tanks will make sure you stay alive. The DPSs will make sure you get chance to hit. Hell, there will be DPSs that will actually make sure you're hitting harder. And that's what I love about the community. You can pick the ship that you want to fly. Thanks to Star Trek Online, you can fly the ship you want to fly with the look you want it to have, because almost all of them have reasonable customization, with the build that you want it to have, and the majority of the time no one is going to shun you for it. Do you know how rare it is to be accepted like that? To not just get shunned? I love that about this game. And that is a community that I will put down to Star Trek Online's team forming because of their support team, because of their community team. They have forged this community that is more in line to support each other rather than shun each other. And that is so rare and nice. It's means a lot. I thought about a actual third negative just now. And it's funny, the third negative came to my head. Like I said, negatives are always at the front of my mind. But this one was hiding. There will be people that turn around and say, well, the game is free to play. The game is free to play. No! Get that statement correct. The game is free to play, but excessively difficult beyond a certain point to play if you play it free to play. You can go so far in the game and suddenly everything is going to get really fucking difficult. Excuse my French. Don't swear, people. Don't swear. It's rude. I'm a very rude person. You'll get so far and you'll find it's difficult, and then you have to start farming. And if you want to get an endgame level elite build, choose right now what you want that build to be, and don't expect to be using the cutting edge latest build by the time you get as far enough to be able to get that build put together. Because I'm going to put it this way, if you can't farm like mad and create dilithium out of madness and just EC out of nowhere to get all this stuff from the exchange, it's going to take you a long time. You want to play at the level of the advanced or the elites, that ain't free to play territory. Not in my personal opinion. And you can argue with me on that one if you want. You're welcome to your opinion. Mine is a case of anywhere from advanced and up, it's not free to play. However, this is where the community comes back into it again. I've caught myself doing it. I've caught tons of others doing it. Those of us who spend like mad on the game, often you'll find there's a good portion of us that are also very quick to go, I got so many of these and I don't, hey, who wants this? Here, have it. And we'll literally just blatantly throw something away. I have outright just seen a player asking for a ship before, and at that time I'd lucky enough managed to get a hold of 2 of this ship. And I was just about to do the review, and I saw this player and noticed that he'd been there for days trying to get this ship. And he couldn't afford it from the exchange, and he was hoping he could find someone that would sell it to him a little bit cheaper. I gave it to him. Why not? The reason I'm spending on the game is to support the game. So why not? And I've done that with multiple different things. When I sell on the exchange, I like to, I don't do it with lockbox keys because that's how I get my EC. But with random things that I have, what I like to do is do the random sale. And I'll literally just fling something in, say the new Watcher bridge officers. I flung in 20 of them the other day for 1 EC each. Congratulations on whoever got those. I'm not gonna lie. Star Trek Online does have its negatives. But when you take into account the ships, the community, the builds, the adaptions, the multiple playthroughs, the storyline. Oh my word, the storyline is so beautiful. I want, when Picard finishes, I want Paramount to come along to Star Trek Online and go, okay, we want to take your story, we're going to turn it into 8 seasons. Yeah? Please? Please? I would love that. I don't care which one you want to take. Federation story, Klingon story, Romulan story, any of them. Just pick one of them and turn it into 8 seasons. Because Star Trek Online is if nothing else, it's a song to the fans. Just focusing on what I like about the game gets me so hyped. I don't care, in truth, that this game wants to grab for money all the time. It's got to survive, so I applaud it for at least being honest that it's trying to survive. And I don't care about the bugs. And if the game was to suddenly drop the free-to-play aspect, I would sign up instantly. Game. Cryptic, you currently have a veteran thing, yeah? Well, how about a new one? Come up with a legacy membership. You don't have to have anything special in it. It's a membership for people that want to monthly donate and support the game. Yeah? Do that. I'll sign up. I genuinely would. Because, frankly, I dread the day this game goes away. If I was to rate this game right now, it's in my top 5. Of all games, it's in my top 5. Hell, when I first started playing, it held the top 1 position with me, just because it became that important. It's not the top 1 right now. But hey, being my 3rd favourite game, it's in the lucky number 3. You can't penalise it for being lucky number 3 with me. It's my 3rd favourite game of every game I've ever played. It's my absolute favourite Star Trek Online. Sorry, it's my absolute favourite Star Trek game. There's a new one coming out soon. Ironically, I keep forgetting the name of it. Mostly because I'm more interested in this. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to the new Star Trek game coming out. But my brain is already gone. I doubt it will be this. I don't think any Star Trek game in the near future is ever going to beat Star Trek Online. I'm okay with that. As long as Star Trek Online doesn't go anywhere, I'm okay with that. Because in an honest review, out of 10, this game gets 9.9. The only reason I can't give it 10 out of 10 is because, well, the people above the Star Trek Online team are acting like this isn't an over 10-year-old game. Well, sorry, Cryptic, you're a bunch of jokers, but your Star Trek Online team are alright. Your Star Trek Online team are amazing. And if you haven't played this game and you are a Star Trek fan, pick it up. And if you are an MMO fan that is looking for a strong, vibrant, diverse, and inclusive community, pick this game up. I guarantee you it won't take you long to run into that community. And I'll make you the same promise someone once made to me. If you're ever having difficulty in the game, drop me a message. I'll happily help out. I can't promise solutions, but I'll always do all I can to help. Because that's our community. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I hope you appreciate what I appreciate about this game. Ow! I just punched my desk! Ow! Oh, live long and prosper, you mother truckers!